Hey everybody, welcome to the Creepy Cascadia Bloopers edition. Why did I say it so weird? Edition.
Edition.
Instead of edition. This is also going to be uncut, live. Not live.
Opening.
Raw. So today is a little bit different. We're going to bring you the Bigfoot Part 2 episode next week. We were out of town. We flew to the Midwest over the weekend for a long weekend, and we had some travel delays, and between that and jet lag and wanting to cuddle our babies when we got home, we just did not have enough time to record a live or a full episode. So we're going to just bring you guys some bloopers because we definitely don't want to leave you hanging without anything.
Yeah.
But we also wanted to just give you a quick little intro to say hi. We didn't forget about you guys. We hope you don't forget about us. Yeah, so we're going to do a little bit shorter of an episode, but we will be back next week with a big, fat, juicy episode of Part 2 of Bigfoot. We're going to talk about some really famous sightings that have happened that are kind of, the standard as far as I'm concerned for, Bigfoot sightings,
I hope we talk about that.
The video?
The video.
Yep, it's in there.
The video of the guy covered in mud, walking.
Oh, there's a whole documentary I watched about that, about the guys talking about how they made that video.
Yeah.
But there are different ones, and I'm a believer, so although I don't necessarily think that video is legit,
Yeah.
I do think Bigfoots do exist.
You know what movie I feel like stole a little bit of that? Signs. M. Night Shyamalan's Signs.
Shamalama ding dongs.
Shamalama M. Night's.
Like the one when it walks
Signs.
across the street with...
Yes, when
okay.
Joaquin Phoenix is in the closet watching it's the first time they show the aliens, and it's this whole build up we have a sighting on video, and then it's all it does is cross the screen real quickly.
That
almost
is
very
super
similarly
reminiscent, but I never put that together. But now that you say that, that is super reminiscent of that video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Signs freaked me the fuck out when I watched it the first time.
Really?
Oh yeah, I thought it did a really good job of building the suspense and stuff.
I do agree with that, because it's what the fuck is actually happening? What's going on? Is there aliens? Is there not aliens? What's happening?
Yeah.
And then I liked it. I liked that one. It doesn't stand out as one that's super memorable to me, but I mean, I know what Signs is, but yeah. Now, The Sixth Sense, talk about a fucking twist. I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason the dude has a career.
Yeah.
Is because The Sixth Sense and the twist at the end.
Can we go back to the whole conversation about who the fuck wants to go to work after they die? Who wants to keep going to their goddamn job when they die?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, there is a little bit of a theory that he helps Haley Joel Osment as much as Haley Joel Osment helps him, but
yeah,
they have a. But yeah, you're right. Am I showing up to work? Is Zombie Adam showing up to work?
Well, he's not a zombie. He's a ghost.
Either way, I was just kind of. I was like any rough afterlife.
I want my afterlife to be at the end of This Is the End with Jonah Hill and James Franco, Backstreet Boys, just riding around on hoverboards. Backstreet Boys performing, wearing dope ass tracksuits. That's what I want. Smoking some blunts.
Yeah. I think all these zombie movies where everybody's having to survive and stuff, I think a straight up more horrifying zombie movie is where everybody still has to go to their office. If you just made Office Space with zombies, with every character as zombies, one of the cats getting into something.
I'm gonna go ahead and bet that was Winnie. So y'all are getting the uncut performance of what we deal with on a regular basis when we try to record.
Yeah, she was.
But we were there's no way they're going to let us record last night because we got home. Also, we went to bed at 7:30 last night because I was so tired.
Yeah, are we gonna blame jet lag on that? I don't feel like it. But...
I felt like I had jet lag bad. It was like 6 o'clock and I could barely keep my eyes open.
Yeah.
I was so tired. And it's just had been a long day. Like, it felt like the weekend flew by. So we went to Minneapolis for a family vacation with Adam's side of the family.
Yep.
Which was a lot of fun. We stayed at a really like bougie place. I feel like it was super bougie. You know, it was like a big house. So like Adam and I, his two brothers, our sisters, and their wives, their kids. So there was 5 kids total under the age of 13. And then Adam's parents all stayed in the house together, which was super awesome.
Yeah, it had a lot of room, so like everybody kind of like everybody
Nobody
had
was on
rooms.
top of each other. It did not feel crowded at all.
Didn't feel like that at all.
No.
But it was like activities. I mean, like
yeah,
kids in the pool. We took family photos.
We did family photos, which was fun, but super stressful for me. Like,
yeah.
I got super stressed out because, like, so they were going to delay it an hour, and then they delayed it half an hour, and I did not give myself enough time to do my hair, and I was super frustrated because it was so humid, and my hair was just like a frizzy mess.
You still look great, babe.
Well, thank you, but I didn't feel.
You were not happy. Good. You were.
Also, okay, TMI. I'm going to tell you guys anyways because we talk about all kinds of weird shit, but I literally have been struggling so bad. So I'm almost 38. Like, I'm going to be 38 in a couple months. I went off birth control a year ago, almost a year ago. It was like my birthday. It was like November that I went off birth control. I still am having, like, ever since going off birth control, my acne has been terrible. And I still am struggling with, like, these terrible breakouts. Like, I'm trying all this different stuff. I've talked to, like, a dermatologist, and it's just awful.
Yeah.
And it's super frustrating. So then I was also frustrated about that, you know? And I'm like, ugh, I'm going to ruin these pictures.
No.
That's just my, insecurities. But, yeah.
And then did you feel better when they took, like, singleton photos of the kids, I think?
They did.
And then afterwards they told us that the reason they did that was so that, like, they could have some good ones to Photoshop in. Which is, like, I kind of had told you, I'm like, they're probably going to do some, like, touching up. Like, even with, like, a little bit of acne, like, they'll probably make it, like.
Yeah. I wanted to be like, yo, like, Photoshop my face so good so it looks awesome.
I mean, it's not going to be like Girls Next Door, like, how much they photo touch, like, Playmates and stuff.
Yeah. That's the second time you've mentioned Girls Next Door. Are you in the mood to watch? What's going on?
No.
Hey.
I'm just saying, like, Photoshop, I'm sorry, but Playboy Photoshops the fuck out of things.
Wait, you're telling me though girls don't look like that in real life?
Nah. Like, they do it on, like, movie posters too.
Yeah.
Like,
some movie posters are so bad that they Photoshop.
Yeah.
It's just like, who was double checking this and who signed off on this?
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, I have 2 specific memories of, there's one movie when I was in the Army, and it was like, I don't know, I don't even remember the movie name or whatever. What I remember is I had seen it. I didn't want to pay money for it. My buddy had bought it. And when I asked to rent it to watch, or asked to borrow from him to watch it, he was like, oh, yeah, they photoshopped the cover of the DVD. He's like, the one girl isn't as hot as the cover makes her seem.
Oh my god!
Like, he was like, oh, she's got, like, freckles or blemishes or something, and it's like, and I just always remember that was, like, a very odd comment for him to make.
Yeah.
Like, and then 2, Eurotrip. One of the, I know you like to talk about it.
I do like Eurotrip.
But I specifically remember, I think it's Michelle Trachtenberg or whatever, is the girl. And I remember she was on, like, Ellen or something, and they pulled up the picture, like, she has uber boob cleavage in the movie poster.
Yeah.
But she does not have boobs like that. Like, she is
and you were
a very slender woman.
And you're, like, you're hearing it straight from a boob expert right now.
Yeah. So, like, Ellen asked her about that, and she's like, God, she's like, I wish I had those boobs, right? And it's like, no, that's just all Photoshop. And it's like, how did the studios get away with that? I guess, I mean, like, you get the draw, right?
They just do what they want.
Yeah.
Rogue bitches.
Yeah.
Speaking of boobs, okay. Do you want to hear something funny? And I don't know if I've ever actually mentioned this to you, but it just sparked a memory.
Okay, remember we're doing this raw and uncut. Like you said,
No,
you're not going to cut this.
It's not bad.
Okay.
So in our wedding vows,
Yeah.
you know how so when we did our wedding vows, they asked us to talk about like 3 specific memories, like when we met, when we got engaged, or when we knew we were in love, or I don't even remember what
we told him stories.
What the like pretenses were for those. That's not the right word.
It wasn't our vows, right? It was like the pastor to give
just
him
kind
a
of
sense
talking. He kind of like talked about us as a couple, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
So when we were like in our wedding, like we didn't hear the stories beforehand for each other, so they were like, kind of a secret, but not really like a secret.
Yeah.
But he said that you, like, when we first met, like, I had got up, we met at a bar before we went to a haunted house because our first date was on a Halloween.
Yeah.
And he mentioned, he's like, so Adam wrote, Sammy, she got up to go to the bathroom. I will admit I checked out her butt. And for some reason, it made me giggle. It makes me giggle every time I think about it because I'm like, you're totally a boob guy. You're not a butt guy. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you don't dislike butts, but in my mind, like, let's be real. I know it kind of sparked the interest initially, and it wasn't my personality.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't photoshopping your Tinder profile.
Well, no, because I'm not that good. And I, like, literally, I feel like I gave so many disclaimers in my Tinder. I'm like, I'm like not a small person. I'm like a big person, like I that's me. So if you don't like big chicks, like, please just swipe left or swipe right or whichever. Put me in the discard pile.
We forget which. That's how we met, but we forgot which way to swipe.
Yeah.
I think swipe right was good.
I think so too.
Swipe left was bad.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so too, but I could be wrong.
Well, regardless. Okay. So yeah, that just made me think of it.
Well, to be fair, you were going and not coming.
So yeah, so we had a good time with the family. Felt like it was a way too short of a trip because,
yeah,
we flew out Thursday morning. We got up at 2:15 a.m.
So horrible.
So terrible. Couldn't nap on the plane. We were both so tired, but we weren't able to nap on the plane. Got there, then we had to drive 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So it was like Thursday was a long day. Like,
yeah, and I normally fall asleep in the car.
You do.
Okay. So I normally fall asleep in the car, but because I knew how tired I was and I knew you didn't sleep, and I was like, God, I gotta stay awake, make sure she doesn't fall asleep. I also had to navigate a little bit because there was traffic. There was places we've never been to. Detours
that said like places where road work was closed and yeah. So, but we got there, kind of caught a second wind. Saw the family, unpacked. We had to stop and like get some groceries because we were in charge of making dinner one night. And
I kind of chalk it up to going by so quickly. Sorry to cut you off.
No, that's okay.
But right, so like Thursday was a travel day.
Yep.
Like for all our effort to like take off early on Wednesday, go get a hotel so we didn't have to extend like the travel on that day. It was still a long day.
But we were at dinner like doing the math about when we needed to get up, and we're like, well, fuck, we had an early dinner, and we're like, we gotta go. We had to like hit up a Target right there quick by the airport to pick up a couple things.
Yeah.
And then we're like, we got to go to bed early because we're going to have to get up at like 2 a.m.
Yeah. And it's so outside of the norm to try to like force yourself to go to bed early. And then I swear to God, like even though we had like pretty good curtains,
it still felt light outside.
Yeah. Like we went to sleep and it was light outside and I woke up in the middle of the night like a few times and there was still like light coming through the curtain to where I'm like, Jesus, there's like a street light or something like right outside this bedroom.
I think there was.
Yeah, that like it just made it seem like it was, oh, you woke up, it's still light outside. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, so like Wednesday night just fucked with my like head and stuff. And then we have the long day traveling. We get there. It's great to see everyone. We kind of go to, you stay up a little bit. It's the first night. You stay up a little bit with everyone. But we also had pictures in the morning. So people were like, oh, yeah, we should go to bed.
Because they also had kids, so they're like, we got to get the kids in bed. We're going to have to get up early to get them ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then the second day was spent, we had pictures in the morning. It was like, get up, get ready for those. Pictures in the morning. Okay. Done with those about like lunchtime. Go back, get out of your clothes, have lunch. And then it's like, okay, it's like the kids are going to go swimming because it's now like in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. But you and I were like,
we're in charge of dinner tonight.
We're in charge of dinner tonight, and we're still kind of tired from the travel day.
And you were catching up with your parents, too. Like, your parents didn't go with the kids and the brothers to the pool and the sisters to the pool. So, like, you know, you were just kind of catching up. I was like, if I sit here anymore, I'm going to fall asleep. So I went down and, like, laid down for, like, an hour.
Yeah, at one point, you went to take a nap, and my dad went to take a nap, and me and my mom were just kind of chatting for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, just a little bit more, and then it was like, I set an alarm to wake you up, but then, was there... Oh, yeah, they wanted to do bingo.
Oh, yeah.
So they moved up when they wanted to eat, so I had to wake you up a little early.
Yeah.
On top of that, so...
So this place also had like bingo by the pool on Friday and Saturdays, which was super fun. Like, we were having a good time playing bingo. And like the first night, because we played Friday night and Saturday night. Friday night, two of our nieces won a couple of the pots, and then
the family as a whole got more money out than we put in.
So a couple, like, our Adam's dad, two nieces, and a nephew.
And then
oh no, our nephew didn't win.
Nephew didn't win.
No.
Nephew wasn't really playing.
Who was it? Because it was two.
My brother won. My dad won.
Oh, your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two nieces won the one night. Dad and brother won the other night.
That's right. Yeah. So that was pretty fun too. I was a little salty because we bought 2 cards the second night and we still didn't win.
Yeah. All we did was give our money. Yeah. And they even do a game of like last one to like draw a number.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because I was like, oh, here's my chance.
We're gonna friggin' win this one.
Yeah. Haven't hit it all. It was like the 3rd number they called out. I was like,
I was the 2nd number, and before that I hadn't. It was like 5 numbers before I got one, and of course the one that I would count, it didn't work.
Yep.
So yeah.
Because our luck's just bad.
Yep. I mean,
bad luck when it comes to bingo.
Yep. Apparently, bango is not our game now.
Yeah, there was the first night there was some kids. Every time somebody yelled bingo and they go to check the card, there was this group of like 3 boys. I think they were all from the same family. They would like walk around the like lawn chairs there by the pool, holding their fingers crossed. Like, it was a little ceremony to try to be like, it's not a good bingo. It's not a good bingo. Yeah. It was hilarious. Like,
I didn't see them doing it, but I heard you guys talking about those kids that were doing it.
Well, it started out small. It started out like one kid just kind of standing there holding his fingers crossed. Mm-hmm. And then the next time he was like walking around his chair. And the next time there were like 3 of them. You know, it was just so funny. And then the one time they got the bingo, my older brother was like, come on, like, he let that kid know, like, I'm hoping you don't have a good bingo. Yeah. You know, it's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because anybody, so for those of you who live in the Pacific Northwest and are used to the Seattle freeze and just people not talking to other people, I gotta say, going back to Minnesota, to the Midwest, it was a little weird when my brother would like randomly talk to just other families who were also staying at the same like resort cabin-y area.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, we don't talk to people. What are you talking about? Like, Pacific Northwest totally rubbed off on me. It speaks to my introvert. Like, I don't talk to people I don't know, basically. But my brother's always been a little extroverted and, you know, what I want to say, like personal, charismatic type of thing.
Yeah.
He was talking to, you know, and they've been there a few times too, so maybe he felt a little comfortable in like the atmosphere of the place, you know.
Yeah.
That everyone has their own cabins, but there are community areas where you all come together and just, you know, generally have a good time.
Yeah, for sure. It was a good time. It was a really nice place. Like, I found a Bigfoot sticker. I was super stoked to find that at the gift shop.
Yeah.
And the place was just beautiful. We were on a lake, and they had, like, kayaks and paddle boards, and they had, like, the banana boat. They had shuffleboard, cornhole, like, all kinds of stuff. This place was so nice.
Let me just say, the banana boat was not what I pictured.
Oh, really?
What I pictured was a giant inflated banana with handles on each side, and it should stand 3 to 4 feet tall, such that what you do is you hang on to the side.
Oh.
I feel like I've seen those, and in my mind, that was a banana boat.
Oh, no, I was thinking of the one that you sat on.
Yeah, this one was like flat, very flat, and just like six to eight like kids could like sit on it, and they like drove you around and kind of whipped you around, and for the most part, excuse me, for the most part, people didn't. I didn't see people falling off.
No, I know a couple of your nieces fell off at one point.
Probably because they did it intentionally.
Well, no, because one of them, I think the story was, one of them was kind of slipping, and her bathing suit was then slipping.
Oh, yes.
And so her sister reached out to try to help her to like pull up her so she could pull her suit up.
Yeah.
And they hit a bump and they both flew off.
Yeah.
Is what I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
So there were clearly handles. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, not quite. Not what I imagined a banana boat was.
I was thinking it was a big butt cheek with a thong in it, like a banana hammock. Just kidding.
I feel like even that would have been like more fun to watch.
With a bunch of kids riding on a butt cheek? I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not so much.
I mean, what's tubing other than just a single butt cheek?
Fair. Yeah. Well, so that's why you guys are getting some bloopers today. This is just a taste of Patreon, like when we launch our Patreon.
Yeah. Bloopers will be more of a...
We'll have like a monthly bloopers episode.
Yeah.
And if you guys have any ideas of what you would want if you were to subscribe and would get some extra content, feel free to reach out and let us know what you would like to hear from us. We're flexible.
Yeah. Is there... So I feel like when we move to Patreon,
yeah,
we should do a little, I don't know, I'm thinking more like clip showy, like there should be a little more with it. I think your plan for this is like, you're just going to throw in some clips. You're not necessarily going to give like context, like, oh, here's a blooper from this episode.
Oh, no, we could totally do that.
For this one, or when we do Patreon?
When we do Patreon.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
One.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm thinking for this one, you guys probably won't have that much context. Hopefully you've heard the other episodes. And
You're just going to hear me laughing like a dummy, like that wheezy, dumb laugh or snorting that I do. Because we make each other laugh a lot. I don't know if you guys have heard, but we kind of make each other laugh a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you might just get sections of the cats interrupting us like that.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah. I think maybe in the future, I'd like, be like, kind of like an intro, like, here's some bloopers from this episode, like to give a little.
I love that.
Depending on the blooper style, Like I said, if it's just a bunch of cuts of the cats,
yeah,
you could even introduce that, I guess, too.
Here's a little pussy for your pleasure. No, you don't like that?
No, I don't know.
We could have a segment specifically called Pussy Palace Clips.
What? Palace? What is it?
Because it's a
Is that a reference I'm missing?
No, I can't even think of the word. I'm still so
alliteration?
tired. That's it.
It's just an alliteration?
I was thinking, I don't even know what I was thinking. I'm tired still. Yeah.
Okay.
Because the cats rule the roost. It's their palace and we just live in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they really do. They've been... It's day 2 and they're still like cuddling and being all around us.
You know what? And I don't mind it one little bit. This morning, I woke up before my alarm. It was about 5:40,
Yeah.
Because I went to bed at like 7:20,
yeah.
7:30. And I knew, I was like, if I get up and go to the bathroom, Winnie's going to come in and cuddle me because she's going to hear me. And she did. And she was giving me all the big purrs. Jaxie slept by me most of the night last night.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
I literally just felt so loved. I'd roll over, there's a cat. Roll over, there's Adam. I get to snuggle him.
Yeah.
Roll back over, there's a cat.
Yeah.
There was a couple times that Jax like jumped on you and me in the middle of the night. I don't think you woke up, but
I don't think I did at all.
yeah, I did because I was like,
I think I woke up when Winnie jumped on me a little.
she kept walking around on us this morning.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck? It's like she thinks she's getting fed at 6 a.m.
Yep, that's
Because she has food out all the time. They both do. So
yeah,
it's not like she's waiting to be fed.
Yeah.
But, you know, she's like, I haven't got to bug you guys in so long. It's time to wake up.
That is true. Yeah, yeah, that is true. She hadn't been able to wake us up yet until this morning.
Yep.
And so she did.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. So with that, we hope you guys enjoyed these bloopers. And don't forget, next week, we're going to be back with a big old fat Bigfoot episode. We're going to be talking about all kinds of fun stuff. We hope everybody has a great week. And as always, thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and download our show, as well as leaving us a rating, a review, 5-star, great review for the show on whatever platform you're listening on. These all help us become more visible to more people, and it helps us grow our show. Also, please help us out by sharing us with your friends, family, social media, all the things. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, all Creepy Cascadia Pod. You can also check out our website, which is creepycascadiapod.com, or you can shoot us an email to admin@creepycascadiapod.com. You can send us ideas for our Patreon, what you would like to hear, if you have your own true crime story, if you have your own ghost story, alien abduction, Bigfoot. We want to hear all of it. But with that, we will let you guys go, enjoy, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, the big yawn.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm reading my notes. I was making them while I was watching, and it's just so funny. My dead wife, Barb. Barb. Yeah, I really meant to do so many more jokes about my dead wife, Barb.
Yeah.
Right? It was just so perfect. I've been calling her Barbara this whole time, but
yeah.
I mean, I just really want it. Yeah. At the end here, I'm just like, Barb.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, to hit you early.
Sorry.
Suddenly, also, huh? It's going to take a lot of glory hole blowjobs to rid that demon of his
I think you
bad energy.
have some demons that you need to work on, sir. I'm cutting that out.
Good. That was terrible. I'm just saying.
They were supposed to.
Yeah.
Odd, but that can happen, right? Like there are multiple explanations for why that could happen somewhere. Bad wiring in the place, like, you know, a big Gremlins, yeah, for sure. People believing in it enough that it actually happens kind of thing, but
yeah.
I mean, that's pretty badass for a doll. Like 100 years, people being scared of you. Like, card section that said cat dad. It was pet parents, and all the pet parents were dogs. So fuck off, people. Cat dads exist too.
Yeah.
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 You and the cats really had a nice gift for you. They like really put a lot of thought and effort into it.
Yeah.
And it was really hard for them to find a card.
I really like the card that they got too.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Look, I love this part about Dateline. Like, they just try to hook you. Like, I swear to God, like, because she was Latino?
She wasn't.
She wasn't Latino?
Mm-mm. I don't think so.
Oh, I thought her name was something.
Paul Reich.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't sound Latino.
Sorry.
Um,
She was going to a cantina. She was hitting up a Mexican place.
what are you talking about? We're the whitest people on the planet, and I'm always down to go to a Mexican place.
Oh,
Chips and salsa and margaritas? Come on, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you don't know me at all. And I'm like white as fuck.
I give you one margarita.
Give me one margarita, I'm gonna give you some head.
I thought it was 2 margaritas gets you head.
Well, do you want 1 margarita or 2 margaritas to get head? You get to 3 and I'm gonna probably start feeling sick and gagging, and that doesn't help anybody. Well, it's like, give me 1 margarita, I'm gonna open my legs. Give me 2 margarita, I'm gonna give you some head.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
There it is.
The universe is set right.
Yeah.
You sang the song correctly.
Yeah, like, just send me to hell. Just kidding, don't. Please don't send me to hell. I'm not putting that in there. So, let's talk about some ghosts. I'm the ghost with the most, babe. Did I tell you I got a Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice.
Not all juice, it's Beetlejuice. I got a Beetlejuice shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, real excited to wear it.
Yeah.
Anyways. I'm just thinking of all my friends who hunt, and they're all a bunch of gassy assholes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, these animals are going to get scared off either by the sound of these monstrous farts that they're letting out, or the smell. Or they're going to think it's a dead animal.
Yeah.
Because I've smelled some of those guys' farts, and they're not good.
Yeah.
It's real bad.
Whereas, right, like, so let's... Oh, man. Just think about that. Sasquatch STDs.
They'd have to have sex with a dirty person. You know some weirdo out there is trying to have sex with a squatch.
No, it could originate from any number of things.
Hang on.
Okay. I think STDs can originate from a number of any things. It doesn't have to, like, it's not like, oh, you fucked that bat.
Oh, fuck that bat. What is that off of? What's that?
That's South Park.
South Park. Okay.
South Park.
That's right. Isn't that where they say, like, COVID came from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. COVID
right.
came from Randy and Mickey fucking a bat, apparently. Like, I don't know.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
So, yeah.